My Hero Academia is a series that means a lot to me. I've been watching and reading it for years. I mean, hell, I've had that Todoroki art up in the background since the first video I ever uploaded on the channel. Okay, not the first video, but the first anime review I ever uploaded on the channel, that's been there. The point is, I've had it for a really long time, so it's bittersweet that the manga is now over. At the time of recording this video, the final chapter for My Hero Academia came out a couple days ago. While the ending is by no means perfect, I still want to talk about and share why this series has meant so much to me. I remember the first time I ever watched My Hero, I was scrolling Crunchyroll looking for a new show to watch, and I saw My Hero. I read the description, and honestly from that, I thought Deku was gonna end up being like Batman, who doesn't have any powers but finds ways around it. Obviously, that's not what it was about, and obviously I really enjoyed it anyways. My Hero was such a fun take on superheroes, and it actually inspired me a lot. One quote that has always stuck with me ever since watching it was when in the first couple episodes, while Midoriya is training to use One for All, he says, "I have to work twice as hard as normal people," or something to that effect. This line still resonates with me today. As someone who was born different from most people and who has had to work so much harder than a normal person would have to do things that would be trivial for most people, as cringe and as silly as My Hero might seem, I still loved it and it inspired me to be better and to try harder, which is exactly how I think a superhero show should make you feel. My Hero, I also feel, was able to do a good job with some complex characters. Like, it wasn't just corny characters. Yes, it had that fucking Mineta, but I feel like the characters weren't as simple as this guy is bad just because, and this guy is good just because. I mean, except for All for One, who is literally just evil because he wants to be evil like a comic book supervillain, the heroes were far from perfect. Like Endeavor, the #1 hero, was a literal child and wife abuser, who eventually learns to live the rest of his life atoning for what he did in the past. The villains also had reasons behind what they were doing that could make sense. I think the best villain at this was Stain. His reasoning kinda made sense and made you understand him, and Shigaraki became evil because of the world around him. He made him want to destroy the world that made him like this. Not every character is great, but overall I feel My Hero had some good characters that I came to care about a lot. Not every arc was perfect, but I think in the end it told a good superhero story, and I'm really happy I watched and read for all these years, even if the ending wasn't perfect. Which, speaking of, the main reason you clicked on the video was probably to hear what I thought of the ending, so now I will be getting into spoilers for the ending of the manga. If you are not caught up, or are an anime only, or plan to watch My Hero or read My Hero at some point, stop watching, obviously, if you care about spoilers at all. Now, with that out of the way, let's touch on the ending of the manga and what I did and didn't like about it. Now, My Hero has always had this message that anyone can be a hero. Midoriya ran out to save Bakugo when he didn't have any powers, and because of that, All Might saved him and gave him his powers. If one person had decided to reach out to Shigaraki before All for One did, that one person would have prevented the biggest villain of all time. This is further shown in the second to last My Hero chapter, where this kid who had spent his whole life locked in a basement due to fear of his quirk and had begun to hate the world like Shigaraki, was wandering the streets, and this old woman, having been inspired by the heroes who fought against All for One and Shigaraki, reaches out to the boy, probably preventing another Shigaraki. These acts of heroism, no matter how small, can change the course of someone's life, and sometimes the world forever. That's what I feel the message of the ending was supposed to be. Midoriya may have lost his powers, but he can still be a hero, even if it's not in the way he originally envisioned. I honestly don't mind this ending. Yeah, in the last 3 pages, All Might shows up and gives Midoriya a device that lets him be a hero again, without his powers, which I don't exactly love. I kinda wish they either let him keep his powers or not at all, but I still feel like the message still stands. No matter how weak or useless you think you are, you can be someone's hero. And I think that's what matters. It was not perfect, and I've seen a lot of memes about like Deku working at a fast food restaurant now that he's lost his powers, and I know a lot of people are upset about none of the ships being confirmed, but I mean, it is his story at the end of the day, so he can write what he wants. And even though it was not perfect and left some questions unanswered, I still loved My Hero Academia. This series has been a part of my life for years, and I'm sad to see it go, but I'll always remember the fond memories I had with My Hero Academia. And I will end this video by saying one thing. Thank you, Kohei Horikoshi, for writing this story. Thanks for watching.